Mọi người đã quay lại trên livestream của mình. Chiều nay chúng ta sẽ coi bản giới thiệu của Honkai phiên bản 2.4 này nhé. Trước đó thì mình sẽ đi làm event genshin tí anh em nhé. Được hơn 10 phút nữa là tới bản giới thiệu 2.4.
無事今日の星とし なぎましょう。
律令呪言射撃準備邪悪を狩り撃つ難攻不落律令チョック呪言影を撃つ悪を見極め影を狩り尽くす争点潔白を証明する時だ岩山八九
手をつなぎましょう。
チョック射撃準備呪言チョック呪言邪悪を狩り撃つ争点岩山八九チョック呪言律令潔白を証明する時だ射撃準備呪言律令チョック争点悪を見極め影を狩り尽くす難攻不落
全部丸見え。
呪言律令射撃準備邪悪を狩り撃つ呪言律令呪言潔白を証明する時だやっはっチョック呪言律令だ邪悪を狩り撃つやっはっ
thêm tí nữa anh em nhé. Chắc là đang lắc rồi, chưa thấy phiên bản giới thiệu lên. Ở đây, ở đây. Phút nữa lần ạ. Lâu hết nhỉ. tới phiên bản giới thiệu anh em. Để xem có dịch tiếng Việt không nè.
Long story short, work pressure is really starting to wear me down. You got any medicinal recommendations, Mr. Jocho?
I have just the thing, Mr. Albert. Take 2 mace of heavenward pepper, 3 tails of 7-star chili, and half a caddy of millet pepper. Remove the seeds and grind together with a splash of prickly ash cooking wine. Apply the mixture evenly and rinse after 20 minutes. Finally, apply a layer of starch, which will induce a detoxifying sweat. Good for the mind and the soul.
Dr. Jocho, Albert's not the only one
bây giờ phải bật
exhausted
mí nè.
around here. I should detoxify too.
Well, Miss Yunli, start out by blanching some ingredients in a premium broth, but make sure it utilizes plenty of premium dried chilies.
I see digestion issues on the horizon. Some coriander should help with that.
Stay your hands!
Sắp tới là có tướng quân
Turn that evil herb at once!
Hải Phong săn bắn.
Unthinkable.
Coming back to this place brings back so many memories. You know?
Bây giờ event chụp hình hả?
Everyone, this way!
The Xianzhou Lafu will be holding the Luminary Combat Art Ceremony. Your presence would be greatly appreciated.
Why are there wars in here?
Quái mới.
Time. Hello there. Big old metal.
Chân trần đồ ha.
Which one do you want to strike? Oh, all of them? Rock shattering slash! Master Yunli, look at how hard I've been training.
Rồi, bắt 7 câu mới.
I could take 10 of you.
The shackling prison on the Lafu is completely different from the one on the Yaoqing. It's completely underwater. Wherever crowds gather, there is always an undercurrent beneath the surface. Since you're already here, why not have a meal before you leave?
My first meal after gaining my freedom is the flesh and blood of my fellow kindred.
My condolences,
Ok, sẽ gì?
Tanya.
Memories chasing, gnawing and tearing. They've all come back.
If this is what they want, I'm always up for a challenge.
Rồi, tướng quân hết rồi. Tướng quân 2.5 nè. Có này để lát nữa coi chim xong thì đâu qua Hojo Valat nhập cho dễ anh em nhé. Coi chăm qua Hojo Valat để nhập cái trường này là xong rồi. Đây. Chính cảnh chứ.
And whether or not your world has a date night
Cũng quan
site.
hệ với
Xianzhou Juming delegate. Present.
Xianzhou Yaoqing delegates, present.
Xianzhou Lafu delegate present.
Good morning.
Good afternoon.
And
Good evening.
And to all our viewers far and wide, welcome to the version 2.4 finest duel under the pristine blue special program. As always, your avian buddy Albert's here
cái đó là
to
chúng ta
guide you
đã chứ.
through.
Hi everyone, I'm Yuli, a sword master from the Juming.
And I'm Jiao
Kiếm mà.
I may have the appearance of a chef, but I'm actually a healer.
Greetings, everyone. It's been a while. I trust you're well.
A pleasure to have you three in the studio. Now, the Penacony vacation has drawn to a close, and the crew of the Astral Express is bound for a familiar destination, the Xianzhou Lao Fu, which is precisely why this program has invited Xianzhou friends, old and new, to welcome trailblazers back to an old stomping ground. Speaking of which, General Jingyuan, isn't this your first time on the special program?
It is indeed, Mr. Albert, and I am deeply honored. Had I known of your program's culinary delights, I would never have delayed.
Bon appetit, General! I hate to be so, but our catering costs for this episode were kinda spicy. If you'd like to leave a tip, we'd be extremely...
Wait a minute. What's this hot pot got to do with you anyway? Didn't the pink-haired fox prepare it?
Well, I'm a hot pot enthusiast, after all. Where I go, the spice follows. Your illustrious presence is payment enough, dear friends. Dinner's on me.
What a gentleman! Your delicious morality will not be forgotten, good sir!
Let's cut to the chase already. Why are we here anyway?
It's like this. I assume you all received an invitation from the Seat of Divine Foresight, welcoming you to the Luminary War Dance?
Yep, it's a martial arts ceremony. Competitors battle it out in a flash of swords, all for the title of Sword Champion.
As a matter of fact, the War Dance is a festival commemorating the Rainbow Arbiter and the Cloud Knight's triumphant resistance against the abominations of abundance. As you know, the Law Fu's Ambrosial Arbor crisis was only recently resolved. Now is the time to regroup and raise our spirits, which is why we have chosen this moment to convene the War Dance. It is also for this reason that the title of Sword Champion will not be decided in this ceremony.
It won't? I fear Master Yenqing will be bitterly disappointed.
Fear not, Mr. Zhao Cho. This war dance isn't only a morale boost. It's also an invitation to allies and friends, a display of peace, and an important duty for the Cloud Knights. That's why Yenqing has taken it upon himself to accompany the Trailblazers for the duration.
Exactly right. In the version 2.4 Trailblaze Continuance mission, Finest Duel under the Pristine Blue One, Trailblazers will witness Yenqing's assiduous side and his new identity.
I get it. One person? Not enough. You need our help, right?
Such a distinguished occasion surely merits the attendance of other esteemed guests.
Of course! The Xianzhou Yaoqing delegation will be led by none other than the Merlin's Claw, General Fei Xiao. At her side will be two senior advisors, Zhao Cho, the Zhao Cho, as well as Moza.
And as for the Xianzhou Juming, me and Grandpa, General Huaiyan, the famous Flaming Heart, will be representatives.
Be they friends from near or far, we will welcome them with open arms. This promises to be quite the war dance.
I don't want to lower your spirits, but I heard that the Trailblazers' arrival doesn't always coincide with a happy... I mean, wasn't everyone fighting in the trailer?
3 Arbiter Generals in the same place at the same time? Not a good sign.
That's not all. Rumors are circulating through the Alliance that General Jingyuan's conduct during the Ambrosial Arbor crisis may have violated certain laws of the land. Could it really be that...
Oh boy, I knew where we'd get out. It's true that the other 2 generals will arrive on the Law Fu with a certain assignment. If you want to know the details, then ready yourself for the upcoming Trailblaze continuing story.
Let us refrain from needless anxiety. The Law Fu will ensure a spectacular war dance.
Right, geez, let's lighten the mood. I want to talk about my legendary new Swordmaster apprentice. She's been getting a lot of attention. She gets her own intro, right?
March 7th? Of course! With the war dance right around the corner, March couldn't help herself. She set out on her own martial arts journey. Stay tuned. We've got more intel on that coming up on the program. Which reminds me, the War Dance ceremony is set to span versions 2.4 and 2.5. The Ambrosia Arbor crisis might be in the past, but the Trailblazers will continue to be important witnesses to the Xianzhou Laofu's ongoing story.
This separation has been difficult. We've missed the Trailblazers dearly. Here's hoping the Xianzhou Laofu can bring everyone new and exciting experiences.
Can't wait!
The broth is ready. Shall we add any extra seasonings?
Add 'em all! We gotta make the most of the occasion. It's not every day we get to catch up with the Xianzhou pals. And speaking of pals, version 2.4 will be introducing a brand new map, the Shackling Prison.
These pals of yours,
Có chiếu trailer,
They're all in
có
prison?
chiếu gì
Not
cho
all
xem
of
cái này.
them, not in the traditional sense.
Nhỏ nó vòng
The Shackling Prison is under the Ten Lords Commission Administration. It's where Shui Yi and Hanya work.
The Shackling Prison is where
Rồi,
we
ít nhất
detain
phải vậy chứ.
criminals. It's cold
chắc là
and forbidding
map
entrance
mới
is
nhỉ?
located below the waters of Skill
Map mới
Gorge
chắc rồi.
waterscape.
Huh? That does look creepy.
An individual must first stand trial before being escorted to their cell. For those guilty of particularly heinous
Chạy nhiều
crimes,
cửa thế anh.
we reserve special cells of biting cold or searing heat. The interrogations of Blade and Locha were conducted in just such a place.
Hình như mới nhắc thấy Lucha thì phải.
Doesn't sound like an easy place to spring a prison break.
You can say that again. The Ten Lords Commission keeps a watchful eye, and the routes to the cells are tangled webs filled with carefully designed mechanisms. Those seeking access must first overcome
Map
innumerable
nữa này là
tests
chắc
of
liên quan tới
fortitude.
cái cốt truyện
It
của
would
anh
appear
Cao
the
rồi.
Shackling Prison is the haunt of wolf-like
Chắc
monsters.
là map mới.
Borison?
Không,
That's
chỉ
right.
là quái thôi.
The Borison are ruthless beyond measure, infamous for their inborn moon rage. Upon entering battle, the Borison share stacks of bloodlust. When bloodlust reaches a
Có hiệu
certain
ứng chảy
number
máu
of
rồi phải.
stacks, they enter the moon
Chẳng phải con
rage
cá bên
state
genshin.
and become enhanced. Ooh, watch your step,
Được cái hướng
Trailblazers.
chảy máu, được cái hướng
What
chạy bút
happened
đam.
to catching up with pals?
Khó chịu thế nhỉ?
I'm sure Shui Yi and Hanya would love you to go and express your sympathies. Anyway, with the new map out of the way, it's time we talked about our new friends from the Zhuming and the Yaoqing. Starting with the gifted young girl, Yoon Lee.
Dạ. Anjuli cô thế nhỉ? Trời, chắc thêm một skill. Ở kìa. Con chút ép mà em cầm cái cây gì em quýnh nó luôn hả? Cái này thì mình sẽ nói một thích là phản đòn.
I'm from the Xianzhou Juming, a ship known for its
Em
unrivaled
thì là phí gì và
craftsmanship.
đúng không?
As the records show,
Nhưng mà một
some
skill tài nguyên
60
phản
or
đòn chở đòn
70%
hơi khó.
of all the Xianzhou's armory
Cái này
comes
phải
from
để
the
là phải chính
artisans of the Zhuming. Ever since I was little, I've studied sword mastery and weapons forging with my grandpa. I mean, the Flaming Heart, Huayan. Grandpa's always been nice to me. He loves me, you know?
Miss Yoon Lee is a talented young lady fascinated with swords. She sees renowned swords as treasures. Some say
xác
she
định
can
được là
even
Yoon Lee
communicate
phải
with
đầu
them
tiên.
directly. To her, swords are more honest than people. She lives by the
gì
phrase,
hợp lý.
swords make acquaintances, fighting makes friends.
Oh? It so happens that on the Laofu there is an able young man with a similar love of the sword. I have a feeling you two might get along.
You mean Yanqing? He doesn't know the first thing about swords. He collects them like they're going out of fashion, then never uses them. I can hear those blades crying from here.
Seems like you guys don't share everything in common.
Mm-hmm. And not to mention, see the giant sword I use? Forged him myself. He might not be complete, but he's already stronger than anything out there.
Weapons of this caliber usually get their own name. What do you call them?
Not bad, Feathers. Finally, someone who understands swords. I gave him a unique name for the ages. Old Metal.
Huh.
It has a ring about it.
I like it too.
Me and Old Metal have a deep connection. Every time I get into a scrap, I ask Old Metal, which one do you want to strike? Old Metal usually says something like, let's start here and end there. To which I reply, oh, all of them? All right.
Old Metal's adorable manner belies his formidable stature.
Yunli might be young, but she's confident and unafraid to speak her mind. It's time we took a look at her skills on the battlefield.
As a physical type character following the path of destruction, gentle persuasion isn't really my style. When using my skill, I restore my own HP while dealing physical damage to a single target and adjacent enemies.
What really sets Yunli apart in combat is the way she counters the enemy. When attacked, she immediately launches a counter on the attacker, dealing damage to the target and adjacent enemies.
Bears a grudge and knows friend from foe. She doesn't mess around.
You gotta use the enemy's strength against
Cái
them.
hạt ảnh của em nó kìa.
After using
Cái
my
đấy.
ultimate, I acquire the parry state, which
À,
allows
con
me to
gì?
sustain lower
Đinh
damage
đinh.
and taunt all enemies. In addition, my ordinary counter is
Ôi, cái
upgraded
đỡ
to
đòn.
powerful counter,
Với
which
lại
deals higher damage.
chống phản ứng luôn á.
You seem well versed in the art of the counter. One assumes that surprise attacks during exploration aren't a concern for you?
Nope. When using my technique, I obtain a special effect for a set duration. If an enemy launches an attack during that duration, the attack is blocked, and upon entering battle, I launch a powerful counter on a random enemy.
Đỡ đòn từ khi ngoài
Hardly
sắp luôn á.
regained your footing when a girl with a
Biết
giant
kỹ.
blade comes running straight for you. Which reminds me, in version 2.4, Trailblazers will experience the Swords to Plowshares companion mission. Granddad and granddaughter arrive on the Luofu from the Zhuming, bringing with them a prize much sought after among the war dance competitors. Wait, you brought something else too? Let's see. Let's save that for another time, shall we?
Now remember, Albert, the prize is for the War Dance champion, not the host.
So if Yunli is also set to compete, and were she to prevail, then wouldn't the prize return home with her to the Zhuming?
Not so fast now. The Luofu has something to say about that. The Zhuming may have brought the prize, but they ain't leaving with it.
Watch us.
Easy now. External heat needs inner cooling, as they say.
Sounds like another difficult challenge for Yang Jing.
Why do you guys sound so right? Let's move on to another new character, shall we? Hailing from the Yao Jing and soon to be making his appearance, it's military healer Zhao Chou!
Tao quy rồi đúng không? Vô hãy hỏa.
The Yao Jing's illustrious healer.
Cho Acheron.
I've heard much about you.
You're too kind, General. My visit to the Luofu is only in aid of keeping a promise.
You owe someone a tasty meal?
Well,
Tại
taste
cháu
is
này phải chi là
secondary to nutrition,
nữ anh em.
Miss Yunli.
I'm curious, Mr. Zhao Chou.
Gì là nữ
Under what circumstances would you usually
Cô thì
open
hay.
your eyes? Forgive me, but
Thế anh cáo này cứ thế nào?
your beef is overcooked.
Well, seems like culinary emergencies are pretty eye-opening. But I digress. Mr. Zhao Chou, why don't you introduce yourself a little more?
Well, I am employed as a military healer to the Yao Qing's General Fei Xiao. You could consider me one of her retainers. I'm accompanying the general to the Xianzhou Luofu for this war dance ceremony.
So what's with all the broths and ingredients then?
Well, you see, Miss Yunli, I believe in culinary medicine. The notion that we are what we eat. The arts of cooking and healing are one and the same, which is why I spend so much time delving into the spicy miracles of medicinal cuisine.
A meal is not simply a merry occasion. but an opportunity for food to work quiet wonders for our biological systems. Isn't that beautiful?
Why bother dividing the pot into 9 sections if you're gonna eat from all of them?
I am a self-confessed chowhound, Miss Yunli. I eat, and then I leave.
Oh, you ain't going anywhere yet, Doctor. Delicacies aside, let's talk some more about that healing of yours. Before you came under General Fei Xiao's command, you were well known in the Xianzhou Yaoqing's Alchemy Commission. You went on to cut your teeth as a military healer with the Cloud Knights on campaigns for the hunt. I heard you decided to retire, only returning to service at the personal request of the Cauldron Master.
Some people prefer work to leisure, I suppose.
Well, I am fortunate enough to be respected for my craft. Some even go so far as to deem me a miracle cure.
As General Fei Xiao's strategist, Zhao Chou applies his taste for spice to battlefield tactics. Combat is a bubbling broth, with each side occupying one half of Yunyang Hot Pot.
Indeed. Battles are marked by myriad changes, constantly evolving in a dance of yin and yang.
Well said, General.
They say foxes are cunning creatures. Seems like Mr. Zhao Chou is no exception. I think it's time we took a look at what our delicious doctor can do on the battlefield.
Well, about time. I am a fire-type character on the path of nihility. When using my technique during exploration, I create a special dimension. After entering battle with an enemy within the dimension, I inflict them with fire damage. And there's a possibility of following up with a stack of Ashen Roast debuff.
So, we're cooking the enemy alive?
Ashen Roast turns up the heat by causing enemies to sustain greater damage. Any attack that Zhao Chou lands on an enemy has a chance of inflicting Ashen Roast.
Indeed. Case in point, if I were to use my skill to deal blast damage, there would be a chance of simultaneously inflicting a stack of Ashen Roast on the target.
Did you just throw spices into the battlefield?
Sharp eyes, General. After launching my ultimate, the battlefield becomes an enormous Yuanyang hot pot. The enemies are trapped in a searing broth, which inflicts damage on each and every one of them. At the same time, the effects of Ashen Roast are compounded for enemies inflicted with the debuff. In line with the current highest number of stacks. Immediately after, a field appears, which lasts for a set number of turns.
Visuals are making me hungry again. What does this field do exactly?
Enemies within the field sustain greater ultimate damage. And during their action, there is a chance they will be inflicted by a stack of Ashen Roast.
Oh, it would follow that if, for example, Acheron were on the team, you would be able to help her acquire ultimate charges more quickly.
Absolutely right.
Nice of you to invite the enemy to dinner before showing them the door.
The last meal they'll ever experience. Word of advice? Order out next time, fellas. Well, we've got to know new friends from both the Zhuming and the Yaoqing. Let's turn our gaze to the version 2.4 banner info. In version 2.4's first half warp event, Trailblazers can acquire the limited 5-star character Yun Li, as well as the limited 5-star character Hua Hua. The limited 5-star light cones, Dance at Sunset, and Night of Fright will be boosted.
A cat is a human's best friend.
You certainly have a cat-like energy to you, Miss Yunli.
Let's move swiftly on to this version's second half warp event, which boosts limited 5-star characters, Zhao Chou, and Masterful Sparkle. In addition, the drop rates for the limited 5-star light cones, those many springs, and Earthly Escapade will be boosted.
Another eye-opening moment for our fox friend.
Moments spent in the cool shade of an old tree should be used for admiring the surrounding scenery.
Couldn't agree more. And I almost forgot. The version 2.4 Warp Banner will feature a familiar face on the 4-star light. Poised to bloom.
She has the presence of a true swordmaster. Someone's been taking their training seriously.
Without further ado, let's take a
Training presence of a
Starlight-go. The version 2.
Surrounding scenery.
Couldn't agree more.
Không, nó không
And I almost forgot.
nó là phải
The
quay.
version 2.4 War Banner
giới thiệu
will feature a
vui
familiar face on the 4-star Light-go.
Nón của hư vô.
Poised to blue.
She has the presence of a
Hello,
true
hello.
swordmaster. Someone's been taking their training.
Look at the fruits.
Mắt 7 phần mới. Đừng tập mức ra.
On returning to the Cienjo, March 7th is brimming with excitement for the upcoming war dance and decides to learn swordplay.
Cái
Masters Yunli and Yanxing.
phá.
I still vividly remember instructing Yang Qing in the way of the sword. Now he's already passing on his knowledge to others. How time flies.
March 7th might be a rookie, but she's also a natural. Her master taught her the best in Juming swordplay. So, naturally, she's made quick progress.
Yan Qing is also March 7th's master. To deprive an inquiring mind of tuition is not in his nature.
Right you are, General.
I heard that March 7th was a bow and arrow user. Brave of her to take up the sword, and no doubt a challenge for her masters.
I'll say. Not to mention Yunli and Yanxing's swordplay isn't exactly similar. Won't March 7th end up with a weird mix of styles?
You're overthinking things. If you're dedicated to the sword, you just need to swing it.
Oh, follow the sword and victory will follow. Well, we've done a lot of talking. Time to see March 7th swordplay in action.
March 7th, the Hunt's basic attack deals imaginary damage. When using her skill, March 7th selects a teammate as master and presents them with a special beverage to increase their speed.
What a good apprentice.
As a promising young student, March 7th has a keen
Yeah.
understanding of her master's style. When her master launches an attack or ultimate, March 7th acquires charges. When charges reach a set number of stacks, she immediately takes action again and obtains an enhanced basic
Cái này
attack.
là gợi ý
Her
cho
enhanced basic
cho
attack
em
deals set hits of damage to a target
chưa đi
enemy,
ạ.
with a chance of dealing further hits.
Just a chance?
She's a rookie, remember? Her moves might be a little rusty, but they can surprise you all the same. Depending on her master's path, her specific attacks possess additional effects.
That's right. For example, masters on the passive destruction, erudition, or the hunt can cause specific attacks to deal additional damage. And masters on the passive nihility, harmony, preservation, or abundance can raise the toughness reduction of specific attacks.
Putting learning into practice. Where do I find an apprentice?
After using her ultimate, March 7th can deal damage to a target enemy while improving her next enhanced basic attack.
And for those who were wondering what having March as an apprentice is like, there you have it.
March 7th is humble and learns from all her allies. During exploration, for every time a teammate uses their technique, March 7th acquires a charge at the start of the next battle. When using her own technique, she regenerates energy at the start of the next battle.
It must be a great privilege to have an apprentice with such powers of perception.
Well, get this. Completing specific tasks in the version 2.4's Trailblaze Continuance will unlock March 7th the Hunt. Once unlocked, a path-switching option will appear in the character interface for this.
That's my apprentice.
Cái này
She
có sao mà
certainly
chung
does have the aura of a heroine.
chữ tiếng Trung hay sao? Sao nhìn thấy
Oh, them good all
chữ
use a
rời
lie
rạc vậy?
down. More exciting
Nhìn như kiểu
updates after the
phong cách
break.
bị gãy á. Đây mãi có thứ hai. diện này có đại diện cho cái việc mà nhân vật càng to thì càng quan trọng. Thấy anh Cáo đứng ở túc cái xa là thấy anh không quan trọng.
Welcome back, Trailblazers. It's time we took a look. Version 2.4 is all new events. As the war dance approaches, guests and visitors from all corners are converging on the Lawfu. But not all are harboring noble intentions. I'm sure all you remember a certain IPC representative by the name of Scott.
The Alliance is very familiar with the conduct and deeds of the IPC.
Hardly surprising. Well, Scott is out to demonstrate that Xianzhou swordplay is no match for IPC tech. Ooh. Not only does he have a mech-related provocation in store, but also wants to assert his authority through battle.
For real? I think me and Old Metal owe this guy a beating. Or 10.
Hold your horses, Miss Yunli. As a matter of fact, your apprentice got a little impulsive and took up the challenge. She's due to face off against her opponent in just 15 days' time.
A familiar turn of events. Are we able to assist Miss March in this endeavor?
Of course! To help March defeat this IPC rotten egg, Trailblazers will take up the position of personal trainer. The goal? Develop a 15-day crash course in swordplay.
15 days? Crash course? Mr. Albert, have you heard the proverb, haste makes waste?
Have you heard the proverb, when needs must? Between me and Yan Ting, we've got the sword skills to provide the best crash course in town. Still, balance training also requires rest, relaxation, and fun.
The fabled work-life balance. Sounds like you've got to figure it out, Miss Yunli. Results? Or your money back.
I have a feeling Miss March will have some fortuitous encounters and crucial assistance along the way.
I might just have to offer a helping hand myself.
The encounters and sword training experiences that March accumulates will dictate the nature of the story's conclusion. The end result will always be a solo confrontation with Scott, though the nature of the showdown will also vary accordingly.
Following the ending, Trailblazers can acquire Stellar Jade and March 7th, the Hunt's Eidolon.
With the combined assistance of her friends, surely Miss March will prevail over Scott.
As long as a swordmaster is worthy of the sword in their hand, they have nothing to worry about.
Wise words indeed, Miss Yunli.
Oh.
Let's move on to another event. After leaving Penacony,
Event
I'm sure Trailblazers will remember with fondness their unpredictable old friends, the trash cans.
It would seem these old friends have appeared on the Xianzhou.
Appear they have. And a medical intern from Penacony is on the lookout for an assistant. Their goal? To complete a series of shoots to uncover the secrets of the Mars drug.
Wait, what? They're doing a trash can shoot?
You better believe it. The intern in question is Randolph. And just like the Trailblazers, they're a trash can enthusiast.
If you spend enough time in the cosmos, there's nobody you won't encounter. Trash can enthusiasts? Comes with the territory.
During the event, Trailblazers must use the photography software provided by Randolph to take pictures of trash cans hidden among the crowds.
Different trash cans mean different points, with some trash cans even adopting special movements. Do your best to get them all on film to maximize your points and complete the stage objectives.
And a friendly reminder, trash cans may appear unexpectedly and without warning. Trailblazers wishing to catch them all will need their wits about them.
Now this event isn't confined to the Xianzhou.
Chọn cảnh hợp thời
Your
trang
old
thì
friends
coi như
have
là
also
đầu điểm.
appeared in Bellabog. Rumor has it that
Không hợp thì làm
Bellabog
lại.
inhabitants have recently been attacked by a shadow
cứ bắt và bắt lại nha.
To resolve this case, our trash can friends
Bắt
need
được
the
con này
strength
con
of
khác.
Trailblazers and Bellabogians alike.
And that's the end of the trash can related content for this version. right?
Don't speak too soon. In the Trailblaze Friendship is Magic event, Trailblazers need to use specific characters to play the role of magician and summon a special trash can comrade, Letter Pony, to fight
Chiến cùng rắc nhưng mà lại đúng quá
A
khác à?
trash can summoning magician.
Hay là ủy thác?
Does this sorcerer have any other notable abilities?
Of course! The magician's
cái
skill
nội
and
thác của thùng
ultimate
rác rồi.
will acquire all new combat effects with the power to command mini-cans during battle. The mini-cans attack and talent abilities
Bella
will
kìa,
depend
hâm
on
mộ quá
which
trời luôn.
character was used to summon them, adding further layers to the combat experience. For example, the skills of certain
Right.
magicians summon mini-cans onto the battlefield
Event ảo
up to
nữa
a
nhỉ?
maximum of 5. The more mini-cans on the battlefield, the higher the attack and the more energy regenerated for the magician.
Classic trash warfare.
Well, get this. Some mini-cans can even enter an ultra gold state and receive extra buffs. And we've only scratched the surface. Trailblazers who wish to test the limits of magical trash can strength can do so in-game.
Xe ra thùng rác.
The event will launch a new challenge stage daily, with 5 stages total and each stage split into 2 difficulties. After completing the initiation trial challenge, Trailblazers can unlock the official trial difficulty for an even harder test.
See you on the battlefield, friends.
I need another breather. Don't go anywhere, Trailblazers. More exciting updates after the following broadcast.
Đây rồi, có thứ ba. Ây cha, chơi cái trò gì đây? Mặc đồ nhìn ảo thế nhờ. Game of the Galactic.
Welcome back, y'all! As always, in version 2.4, we'll be seeing the return of 10 free warps in the Gift of Odyssey check-in event!
I was waiting for you to say that.
Some comforts are here to stay.
And of course, there's also the double events. Planar Fisher and Garden of Plenty.
Dạ, chắc là game
Remember
thứ
to
hai rồi.
complete the simulated universe or divergent universe for
Cái
double
gì?
planar ornaments.
And we haven't even got to this version's system optimizations yet. Starting with the relic system. When using the filter function to screen relics already in your possession, filter choices can be saved for a faster selection process. Meanwhile, in the relic inventory, Trailblazers will find new quick lock and quick discard functions. When choosing relics for a character, relics will be sorted according to the character's relic set prioritization, with the most suitable relics appearing first. There's also a new feature for relic substat recommendations.
By using the recommended relics feature, not only can Trailblazers view a character's most frequently used relic set, but also the recommended main and subsidiary stats.
And finally, when checking Simulated Universe Interface and Cavern of Corrosion in the Interastral Peace Guide, Trailblazers can see recommended characters for the relics in question.
How considerate.
Now, to allow Trailblazers to come into faster contact with new versions, captivating events, and time-limited rewards, 2.4 has added an advanced access feature for both Trailblaze Continuance and events.
So if a Trailblazer doesn't meet the prerequisite conditions for a given event, they can still experience the new version's events and missions?
You got it! Trailblazers who've reached level 21 will see a Play Now icon appear on the event page for events with advanced access eligibility. Just select the icon to join the experience.
Now that's an optimization. ready and waiting.
Ooh.
In the mission catalog, missions with early access will feature a special icon. Maps yet to be unlocked will get temporary map teleportation access, while also featuring a special icon. Trailblazers can freely switch between the displays for the normal map and the temporary maps unlocked as a result of advanced access event activation.
And what if Trailblazers achieve the normal event activation requirements during the course of early access?
Good question. In that case, the event will terminate the advanced activation state and the temporary map channel will close. However, game data will be retained and Trailblazers can continue participating in gameplay as normal through the event screen.
Which is when I get my hands on the limited time event rewards.
In other news, in the not too distant future, a new episode of Knowing the Universe will be upon us. We've invited celebrated novelist Yoshiki Tanaka to be with us on the program. Together, we'll be exploring thoughts and imaginings on the subject of the boundless universe. A huge thank you to Mr. Tanaka for his participation. Man, I can't wait to see that episode. And finally, intel on a mysterious collaboration destined for launch in 2025.
Racing for impact!
For more info, stay tuned for official announcements, Trailblazers. Woo! That brings us to the end of the version 2.4 special program. Returning to the Cienjo, getting to know new Cienjo friends. You guys sure know how to get an old owl excited.
Will March be able to perfect her sword play?
3 Cienjo generals in the same place at the same time. Who knows what kind of stories will unfold?
Let us all bear witness to the future of the Cienjo Lawfu.
See you in the next one, Trailblazers.
Till next time.
See you next
then.
time.
Hết rồi.
Coming back to this place brings back so many memories. You know?
There you are! Everyone, this way!
The Cienjo Lawfu will be holding the Luminary Combat Art Ceremony. Your presence would be greatly appreciated.
Why are there Boris in here?
Right on time. Hello there. Hey, old metal. Which one do you want to strike? All of them? Rock-shattering slap! Master Yun-Li, look at how hard I've been training! I could take 10 of you!
The shackling prison on the Lawfu is completely different from the one on the Yaoqing. It's completely underwater. Wherever crowds gather, there is always an undercurrent beneath the surface. Since you're already here, why not have a meal before you leave?
My first meal after regaining my freedom is the flesh and blood of my fellow kindred.
My condolences, Miss Hanya.
Memories of chasing, gnawing, and tearing. They've all come back.
If this is what they want, I'm always up for a challenge.
The Xianzhou La Fu will be holding the Luminary Com.
Khi nào nó mới có tiếng Việt ấy nhỉ? Mạng lắc rồi. Cái mạng này.
This place brings back so many memories. You know?
Here you are! Everyone, this way!
The Xianzhou La Fu will be holding the Luminary Combat Art Ceremony. Your presence would be greatly appreciated.
Why are there Boris in here?
Right on time. Hello? Coming back to this place brings back so many memories. You know?
Here you are! Everyone, this way!
The Xianzhou La Fu will be holding the Luminary Combat Art Ceremony. Your presence would be greatly appreciated.
Why are there Boris in here?
Right on time. Hello there. Hey, old metal. Which one do you want to strike? Oh, all of them? Rock-shattering slash! Master Yun Li, look at how hard I've been training. I could take 10 of you.
The shackling prison on the Luofu is completely different from the one on the Yaoqing. It's completely underwater. Wherever crowds gather, there is always an undercurrent beneath the surface. Since you're already here, why not have a meal before you leave?
My first meal after regaining my freedom is the flesh and blood of my fellow kindred.
My condolences, Miss Hanya.
Memories of chasing, gnawing, and tearing. They've all come back.
If this is what they want, I'm always up for a challenge.
Ok, hello anh em. Thì giờ là một đoạn trailer ngắn về phiên bản giới thiệu 2.4. Hôm nay